My First Bible presents Samson and Delilah. One night, Samson arrived at a Philistine city named Gaza and decided to spend the night there. When the citizens saw him, they surrounded the place, and they locked the big doors of the city. During the night, they remained silent, watching the door, and they said,
"We'll stay here and wait for the morning to kill Samson."
Hey.
But Samson got up at midnight. When he realized the doors of the city were closed, he ripped it off, carried it on his shoulder as if it weighed nothing, and took it to the top of the mountain, which was in front of Hebron. After some time, Samson was completely in love with a Philistine woman from the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. The governors of the Philistines knew Samson liked her, and they knew that was a chance to capture him. So they went to Delilah and told her,
"Seduce Samson to tell you the secret of his extreme strength so we can know how to defeat him and we can tie him up and have him captive."
"And what will I get from doing that?" Delilah asked. "Each one of us will give you 1,100 shekels of silver coins." Okay, I'll do it." When Delilah spent time with Samson, she was always trying to understand what was the secret of his strength. So she asked him, "Samson, do you love me?" "Yes, I love you, Delilah." "If you love me, you'll tell me anything. There shouldn't be any secrets between us." "Of course, there shouldn't be any." "So tell me the secret to your infinite strength. What makes you so strong? And how can you be tied safely?" Well, I'll tell you. If they tie me up with 7 ropes of green wicker that isn't dry, I will lose my strength, and I will be just like any other man. Some of the Philistines who were lurking gave the 7 green osiers to Delilah. She tied Samson, and then she yelled, "Samson, the Philistines are coming for you to attack you!" Quickly, Samson got up and broke the ropes with no effort. Delilah told him, "You lied to me! You were mocking me, lying to my face! So come on, tell me, how can you be tied safely?" Delilah insisted and kept insisting. So Samson said, "It's fine, I'll tell you. If they tie me with strong ropes that haven't been used, I will get weak and become a regular man." While some Philistines were accepting the scene in the room, Delilah took some ropes, tied Samson up, and then shouted, "Samson, the Philistines are coming for you!" So Samson stood up and broke the ropes as if they were just threads. "You see, you don't love me, you're a liar!" And like that, the following days, Delilah kept insisting and insisting and insisting. "Come on, I'll tell you. If you weave my 7 braids of my hair with a loom and secure it with a stake, then I will get weak and become a regular man." So, while Samson was sleeping, she took his braids in the loom and crossed it with a stake. Then she shouted, "Samson, the Philistines are coming for you to attack you!" Samson woke up, tore off the loom, and removed the stake without any problem. "Where are they? Where are they?" "How can you say you love me if you don't trust me? You have lied to me 3 times and you won't tell me your secrets. And like that, Delilah would ask him to tell her his secret every day, and she kept insisting. This made Samson so mad that he was almost sick of listening to her. Okay, stop it! I will tell you. Finally, Samson told her his secret. The secret to my strength is my hair. Really? Yes, my hair has never been cut off, he explained to her, because I am a Nazirite and I'm devoted to God before my birth. If I got my head shaved, I'd lose my strength and I would be as weak as any other man on earth. When Delilah realized he had told her the truth this time, she called the Philistine governors, told them Samson's secret, and the Philistines gave her the money they had offered her. Then Delilah made Samson fall asleep on her knees. And while he was sleeping, she called a man to cut his 7 braids off of Samson's hair. Samson! He got his hair cut, so his strength left his body. Then she shouted, Samson, the Philistines are coming for you! Samson woke up and thought, I will get free from them like the last times, and will get them off of me. But he didn't know God had abandoned him. What's wrong with me? Why am I feeling so weak? And then he realized he had lost his strength. The Philistines captured him, ripped his eyes off his face, and took him to a prison in Gaza, where he was secured by bronze chains. His job was to mill grains in prison. This wasn't the plan God had for Samson. He was supposed to free the people of Israel from the Philistines. But when he gave up to the seduction of his desires, he kept getting away from God's plan. Time went by, and Samson's hair started to grow up again. One day, the Philistine governors reunited in their temple and threw a great party to offer a sacrifice to their god, Dagon. They prayed,
Our god Dagon has given us Samson, our biggest enemy!
All the Philistines praised their god. When they were really happy, they said, Let's go get Samson so he can make us laugh and we can make fun of him. So they took Samson out of prison and they all began laughing. They made him stand up between the columns, and Samson told the young man who was holding him by his hand, Please, let me stay where I can touch the columns that hold the temple, so that I can lean on them. At that moment, the temple was full of Philistine men and women, and every Philistine governor was there. In the upside, there were more than 3,000 men who were making fun of Samson. So Samson prayed to his God. Oh, dear God of Jehovah, please don't forget me. I beg you to give me the strength I need just one more time, so I can take vengeance from the Philistines for taking my eyes off me. God answered Samson's prayers. He then touched the columns that were holding the temple, and pushing them with both hands, he shouted with every bone in his body, I shall die together with the Philistines! And the temple came down governors, and on every person who was there. Samson also died right there. Many more people died right there in his death than the people that died during his life. His Israelite brothers took his body, and he was buried in Zorah and Eshtaol, next to the tomb of his father, Manoah. After Samson, the new Israelites were not near God, which caused great chaos among them. They gave up on idolatry. There was violence among them, abuse, and lack of justice. And all of this because, in those days, there was no king in Israel. Each one did what it pleased.
Subscribe, comment, like, and follow us on our social media.
Hey, we will greet our friends who have commented on our post. If you want a greeting in the next video, follow us and comment on the latest posts on our networks, Instagram and YouTube. The next greetings go to Goldfox 35, Chris Molina 1272, Tulip Bakers, Pray First Ministry, Donna George 5178, Jackson from Philistines, Mrs. Murphy 2611, Eric B 5194, Tulip Bakers, Emmanuel from Pakistan, Maddie, Timmy, and Elijah from Philippines, Samsung Roblox Gamer, Abby Newgwid, Becoming Tenny, Z Blacksand, Dahlia Alvarado 2921, Pourin' Me 505, Empowerment TV, Danielle and Esther from America, EJ Official, George Harris FS6IT. Thank you very much for all your great support!